Hi guys, welcome back. This is the my second podcast. So the title is "Women Have Unrealistic Expectations." Today, big problem for a lot of guys, especially guys a bit younger than me, 25, 30 years old, that just got out of college, started working or do a manual job, work like in a supermarket, truck driver, Uber driver, plumber, men that work hard and want a girlfriend, a partner. They want to start a family. Uh, have the same problem, especially in the big cities in the United States. I come from Europe, and when I was 20 years old, was a very different than the way it is here. Much more, much less materialistic. I have to be honest. Um, and this is a problem because a lot of women, when they are 20, 25, maybe they have a good partner, a good guy. They stay together 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Then they realize that, oh, but this life doesn't look like on Instagram. It's not that we go to the restaurant twice a week to the best restaurant. Like if you live in Miami, let's say Brickell. Brickell is the posh area. We don't do that, but I see people on Instagram doing that. Or we don't travel internationally that much. We don't go to the spa once a month. But I see people doing this on Instagram. Maybe I can do better. Maybe this girl is pretty. Some guy making a bit more, a bit older, is chasing them when she's going to the gym or uh, at her job, and they dump the partners, and then 10 years later, 15 years later, still single, uh, start the clock start ticking, and oh, I want a child and I can't find a man, and there is no good man today. Where are the good men gone? And in the worst cases, maybe many unfortunately had kids, but they didn't marry the man with whom they had kids. So they have one or two kids, sometimes even more, and then they're ready to settle. I'm ready to settle now. Okay, so now you had fun. You basically gave yourself, had fun, drank, maybe did drugs, did crazy things. And I'm not saying that there is no good women. There is some women that are decent. There is many, like there is many decent men, but many make wrong choices, including men. Men mature later, but the fact is that the gateway to the marriage is given by the men. The men propose, not women. Women decide if you have sex or not. Men decide if you get married or not. So I think the women should be more careful. They shouldn't have sex so easily. They should select. If you are a woman, you're listening, you want a serious relationship, don't think that because you give yourself to this guy is going to marry you. Actually, it's the opposite because um, that's all. That's most of what men want. But you have to make them understand this is part of the relationship. It's not everything. And are you serious? Do you have serious plans with me, or you think you cannot do anything serious? Otherwise, you know what? Thank you. I'll talk to somebody else. That's what women should do. Uh, and this is what happens to good women, that they think they want to be with this man, they go a bit too fast, and then it doesn't work. But then there is the other case where there's a good relationship, like when I started, 3, 2, 3, 4 years, the high school sweetheart. Maybe it's the first or the second guy that I've been with, and oh, but I can do better. I didn't have my experience, and not to talk about those that are a bit. I don't want to say a bad word, but slutty, and think, oh, I've not done a threesome or never been with somebody from another race. Uh, that's bad because colleges today are really teaching many bad things to boys and girls. They're not really good environments. But these unrealistic expectations cause disappointment. So most men, average men, make 50, 60,000. That's the median income in the United States. That doesn't allow you to have the lifestyle you see on Instagram. Today, you can't even buy a house with that. But okay, you want to start a family, somehow you have to do something. Maybe you start living in a one bedroom, small apartment, but get married. People don't get married anymore and they divorce too easily today. And then they realize that later on they're not happy. Nobody wants to be alone. People are 25, 30, they think that you live forever, you're never getting sick, so there is no tomorrow. Okay, let's get drunk every day, let's drink. We're never, no, I don't get sick from drinking. Yes, check in 20 years what happens to your liver. So it's the same with everything, guys. Nobody wants to be alone. Your parents are going to get old and hopefully the latest possible die, and your family is going to be somebody else. So choose well, spend time with this person, take care of this person, and you will have a good partner by the time you're getting old. And some people say, why you think about that? I'm young now, I have to think. Well, everybody gets old. If you look outside and you look at some old people, they were young like you, like me. They were younger than me one day. Now they're old. So everybody's getting old, and you have to hope that they're going to live a long time and be healthy. So live a healthy lifestyle. And this is another thing, like this drinking culture, which I was in too. Why going out it has to involve drinking? Why it has to be about drinking? Besides, why it has to be always the um, fancy restaurant? Not all men can do that. Uh, yeah, I mean, the first date, it has to be special. If a man is really interesting, he's going to set up something really nice for you, but it can't be every week. Not all men can do that. That's not the real life when you have a family and you have kids. So there is a problem. The men, women have wrong expectations. Every woman wants a man that is 6 foot tall, that makes 100,000, and I have some stats here. Like I'm reading, how many men in the United States earn 100,000 or more at the age of 35? It's only 25%. So it's one every four. How many men are 6 feet tall uh, or more at the age of 35? And the stats say like 14, 15%. So like less than 2 every 10 men are 6 feet tall. And about 2 make 100,000. But 2 of the 10. So if you combine the both statistics, 6 feet tall and also making 100,000, this number is much lower. It's less than 1. It could be 0.5. It means 1 every 20 men is so tall and makes this money. So there is not a one for every woman. And some men have jobs that make less. And what's wrong with these jobs? Why? What's wrong to having just started working and being a plumber? You need a plumber, no? Right? Like if there were no plumbers, what would happen to the households? Who would fix pipes? And anyway, these guys, if they start their own business, they're going to make much more money than a college educated man when they grow up, when they are 35, 40. If they have the right woman next to them, supporting them, not telling them, oh, now you're making too little, I'm dumping you because I'm going for the older guy that makes more money. So that's wrong. That's wrong. People should get married. Marriage is good. I know women complain that men don't want to get married, but men are scared because there is the laws are bad. When people get married and then they divorce, men get hammered. That's why they don't want to get married, because then they have to pay alimony, they have to give up half of what they own, and they can't find another woman because you supposed to support a woman, right? Partially or totally, and go out, buy some gifts, dating. How do you do that if you are divorced and paying alimony? And if you have kids and pay child support, and you have little child share, because that's another problem. Kids often go too easily, have majority of custody with the mother because the father was working. Yeah, he was working to provide. So it's not that he was working to play bowling, right? So that's bad. So we should be more realistic. There's nothing wrong with being an average person. Average is not bad. There's nothing wrong with doing a regular job too. There's nothing wrong with not being college educated. Um, there's nothing wrong in not being wealthy when you're 25, 28. You can build that wealth together with somebody. And later on in life, the biggest wealth is the health and the family. That's what it makes you really happy. Because there is many things that we spend money on that are not really useful. Yes, money are good. Money make life easier, but it's not everything. I mean, you need them. It's better. It's easier, but it's really not everything. Trust me. I'm a bit older. I've been doing really good jobs. I've been making six figures when I was already 30, and at one point, like first figure was a two, not a number one, almost a three. But I didn't have a good partner, and I was not happy. Much happier now with a good partner. Much more difficult life financially, but much happier. And I'm building something. I see a future. Uh, so it's different. Um, so about expectations, like many people, many women expect today to, let's say, go once a week to a fancy restaurant, travel internationally once, twice a year. Um, how do you do that? Not a little percentage of men can afford that. And it's not that your happiness depends only from that. You need a man that respects you, that loves you, that takes care of your kids, that doesn't go to prostitutes, strip club, and doesn't get drunk and come home and talks bad to you, that remembers your birthday, that looks at you, that, oh, you have nice hair today. That's what you need, not that lifestyle that you see on Instagram. And uh, there is many regular guys that are really good guys, and they just want to have a girlfriend and spend good time together, take care of them, and obviously be loved. They want something, not nothing back, and you can have a great life. So when you have the wrong expectations, you are disappointed, but disappointed for nothing. There is a concept called pyramid of Maslow that talks about needs. So many people, most people, always look at what they don't have, and they are unhappy. So, like if you talk to somebody in Africa where there's no food and you give them a chicken nugget, obviously they are happy because they, oh, I didn't eat. So 3 days now I'm happy because I'm eating. In the United States, we don't have these problems, so we are unhappy because I can't go to Paris or I can go to spa to get a massage, which costs $300 for two people. So people should have realistic expectations. Men too, not only women. For example, don't look at the hottest girl. If you are an average person, look for a regular girl. And regular girls usually are better girls. They are more down to earth, and many regular girls are good girls, and you just can start a family with her. We have to meet expectations between men and women and start getting married more again, start families. It's sorry to say fucked up today, the situation. And I want to talk in other episodes with a few of my friends. Uh, their names are Massimo, Israel, Antonio, guys that are older and younger than me, that have experience, and uh, we can do a dialogue, and we agree on most everything, not everything, um, and we'll discuss about these problems. That is, we're going to talk about many other things. I have big plans for this podcast. podcast, and my objective is at the end to create a movement, an association, something for men to help each other, and also to lobby politicians to change the laws about marriage and divorce, because um, men get screwed when they divorce today, and that's why they don't want to get married. And there is an incentive to divorce for women, and many women regret divorcing the good guy. If you look online, there's a lot of interviews with people talking about the same things I'm talking about, and women that say, "I left my man. He didn't cheat on me. He was working. He didn't drink. I just thought we grew apart, or I could do better, or I had to find myself." These bullshit expressions. And then you ask them, "Are you happy now?" "No, maybe I would go back, but it's done, so I'm staying like that." And families are destroyed. Maybe they have kids that live in two houses. It's more expensive to have two houses. These kids have a lower financial expectations from the future, because you have to keep two houses, and they live with stepdads and stepmoms, which is not the best thing to do. Kids should be with the biological parents. That's the best option to get the best outcomes. So it's messed up. It's messed up. Um, so I think I'm going to stop here. Can you please subscribe and activate the notifications? I also have a Facebook page, the Honor Code Project, and an Instagram page, the Honor Code Project. I still have not posted much, but share especially the YouTube channel, share with your friends, comment, email me. There is an email, dm@thehonorcodeproject.com. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know if you disagree with me. It's fine. And let me know if you want to come and talk to me. We can have guests on the podcast. So I just leave it here, and we're coming back with more intense discussions. Have a great weekend. Today is Saturday, September 6th, 2025. Thank you for listening. Bye.